How close is the player when it comes off Segovia? Does he have time to adjust? Is his hand in an unnatural position? You just see it's Caicedo, and it's one of those ones. He's trying to stop himself, but I think when the ball is lifted up, I don't see that being overturned. I don't see it being overturned because there's not so much pace on the ball, and his arm is in an unnatural position. And I think by the letter of the law, you can criticize it as much as you want, but I don't see that being overturned.
Seemed to me he took more than a full step with the arm extended as it made contact.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem. When you're looking at it, it's like you have to look at a few different things. You know, the proximity, the pace on the ball, is he being challenged? And I think from that scenario, you have to say no, and that the decision on the pitch should stand.
Inter Miami in Major League Soccer does not have a single penalty attempt this season. In their third game of the Leagues Cup, they will have one here. And how's this for a contrast? A 21-year-old keeper, Paul, in his first game for the first team against a man who's scored more than 500 times for club and country. Luis Suarez. He needs this. Had one overturned by an offside review just moments ago. Here we go. Suarez for the lead. Inter Miami on top 2-1. This time it will stick. All Navas can do is look on. Inter Miami leads for the first time tonight. El Pistolero rides again.
First of all, let's have a look at the incident that led to Suarez putting the ball into the back of the net. And his arm is in an unnatural position. Pressure? What pressure? When you played as many games as Suarez has, at the level he's played at as well. The penalty shootout recently puts the ball into the top corner of the crossbar, and this one, he just chips it straight down the middle.
Now Pumas, the side that looks to answer. Strap yourself in. A dangerous Pumas team that knows now it needs to score. A loss of any kind for Pumas, regulation or shootout, and they're out of the tournament. Two-thirds of the way through. DePaul tried to play that through, broken up. Taken in the middle of the park. Falcone on the intercept. Plays it ahead. Alba for Suarez. Segovia trying to run onto this. Rolls off Pumas. It is out for a throw. Inter Miami. Played in by Alba. To the foot of Carrasquilla. Their three-goal man in this tournament. Looks to send them the other way. Played out by Lohan, who got over to cover ground.
I think what we've seen at the start of the second half so far, and obviously it's led to Inter Miami taking the lead as well. They're more on the front foot. The fullbacks are getting high. The back four is higher. They're being more aggressive than what they were in the first half, and they're getting their just rewards for it. You can just see they're compact up and down the pitch themselves. And I think when you look at Mascherano, that's when his Inter Miami team are at their best, when they move up and down the pitch together and there's no gaps.
Busquets stepping up to defend. Bright joins the fight. Free kick taken quickly, turning with it. Memote plays out wide. Here's Angulo. Works this into the box. Will it come down? Taken here. Benevento. Shot blocked away. Tackled away eventually by Inter Miami and rolls out for a corner.
Oh, it's outstanding from Alba. We speak so much about him on the attacking side of the game, but this is just brilliant defending. Not once, but twice. Magnificent. First of all, his positioning, getting inside that far post to make sure the header can't be won by Quispe, and then he gets out again to make the block, and then it's Segovia that then puts the challenge in. But brilliant from Alba.
36-year-old Jordi Alba, best 11 in MLS in his first season in the league. Whoa, Falcon.
This is Inter Miami. This is where they can struggle at times. Set pieces. This is where they have to take control. They have to take leadership, because I think too many times when they've conceded from set pieces, it's teammates looking at other teammates and expecting them to step up instead of doing it as a collective.
They'll ask the Peruvian Quispe to take the ensuing quarter. More set-piece goals allowed than any team in MLS. Inter Miami in the regular season this year. As Pumas looks to get this even. Substitution is coming momentarily for Juarez and Pumas. First, the set piece. Rolled in by Quispe. Took a deflection again, out for another corner. They'll do it from the far side this time. Vite racing over to the far side flag. '23-year-old Pablo Monroy getting instructions from the Pumas coaching staff, poised to enter the match. In the meantime, Vite from the far side to swing this ball out. Pumas looking to get this level. Carrasquilla off the head, softly into the hands of Rios Novo. DePaul is fouled. Substitution will happen now. Benevento is done and replaced by the fullback from the Pumas Academy, Pablo Monroy. He debuted for the Mexican national team, El Tri. Got a friendly in Chicago last year against Bolivia. Second substitution for Pumas. First window they've used. This is given away to Vite. Carrasquilla at the top of the 18. Coco Carrasquilla looks at his options. Wanted Monroy. Taken away by Miami. Bright to race this ahead. 4 across the field into the attack for Inter Miami. Suarez to play it across. He'll pick up DePaul. Rodrigo DePaul wants Suarez again, but broken up. Game opening up a bit to the Pumas liking, and now one back by Inter Miami again. They play back for Falcon. Busquets. Allende trying to get on this. Tony Allende, big save. The keeper, Miguel Paul, with one of his finest moments of the night.
I think it was Silva as well that was chasing Allende back, and Allende does him a favor, because if he goes down, that's a definite red card.
Ian Frey, far side. In his return, the competitive action for Inter Miami. Homegrown defender plays this centrally. This is Bright. I think I can say this more than 2.5 games in. DePaul has come as advertised.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. I think the energy he brings, we know how good he is on the ball. We know that he can play in attack and the defensive side, but he brings that physicality as well. And I think that's something that Inter Miami, they've missed at times.
Here comes Rubalcaba, tackled away. Lohan got over. Gathered by Segovia.
I think his energy is infectious as well. There's times in your career you'll play with players, special players, talented players, but when you see them running all day, it becomes infectious and it spreads to the rest of the team.
It's the size and strength of the man, too. It has a man versus boy feel to it in a lot of the 1v1 situations he's in.
Selfless as well, because a lot of the running he's doing, it's not for his benefit, it's for the team's benefit.
He's on the ball again. DePaul. Juan Suarez. Luis Suarez plays it ahead. There's number 3. Talia Allende gives Miami the all-important insurance goal, and they can see a pathway to the quarterfinal now. 3 unanswered from Mascherano's side. And the Herons flying high now in Fort Lauderdale.
And I want to give Mascherano some credit, because we said at halftime Allende and DePaul are swapping. Well, this is why. DePaul is now on the right-hand side. He drives inside. Allende is now playing as the number 10, getting beyond the centre forward, and it's perfection. Suarez gets involved as well, but it's all about the players that have moved positions. DePaul driving in, Allende gambling in behind, and then Suarez saying, I'll find you, you find the back of the net. Brilliant play once again from Inter Miami. And we talk about Suarez, we talk about at times he isn't scoring enough goals, but he brings so much to this team. He creates a space, others run into it, and they benefit as well.
The referee directing DePaul to come back on the proper side of the field, and now the uphill climb for this Pumas side. They know they need to score at least twice to stay in the... Deny Allende. They work it across, not out of the woods yet here, Pumas, as we watch Suarez on it again. Luis Suarez, top of the box, Segovia. The save is made.